It's kind of like the roots of where the podcast itself started. And I don't know, I just think it's like sort of this turned into this like lifestyle of not accepting that you're going to be sad forever, but trying to push forward and be better and make people laugh. And that's where I came from for a lot of this. It was just like, you know, if I can make someone laugh, like that's just about worth it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so that's kind of like, I joke about like a clothing line, but it would be dope. It would be so cool. Like, you know, and those are things that, you know, we don't really need accountability on because that's probably not going to happen. But it's like stuff like that, just like big ideas and just trying to make something big out of a very simple idea. And that's all of the, that's kind of where I'm at. And that's about it, you know, I mean, but I hope that y'all think that's cool.
Yeah. I want to do another mental health episode. Really, I've been thinking about that a lot. I listened to the old one and it was good. I do want to say that. It was good, and I think it was an important conversation to have, but I feel like a lot was left unsaid.
Yeah.
And I think that we could really get into it again.
Yeah.
And
you could have that conversation. We could have that conversation every week.
Yeah,
you know, that's the thing that's important, too, is, you know, we're not going to have that conversation every week because we want to talk about, like, Infinity War.
Yeah. We want to do fun stuff, but also, I think definitely we should break it down sometimes and do some, like, serious shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is social shit that's happening right now. Because that is something that I feel like that side of things is what's talked about the least in society right now. And that is probably one of the most important things that we should be talking about.
Yeah.
It's issues like that. And that's what I've been thinking about. But it's just like I've been just spending a lot of time just thinking about, like, realistically, what can this look like? And what can be done? And, you know, we say a year, but, like, it would be fucking awesome to be working on a lot of this even sooner.
Yeah.
You know, if we had the opportunity and had the chance. But I don't know. Like, it's kind of terrifying. Like, does that, like, scare you at all to think about this kind of shit?
Yeah. I don't like to talk about it because it's crippling.
Yeah.
I get so scared because it's like I would love to see something like this just happen and work, but, like, it's going to be work, and it's going to take time, and it's going to be, you know.
At times, it's going to be backbreaking.
I guess at the end of the day, I just really want my student loans paid for.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
here's what I want. Yeah. I just want a sponsor. I want to be sponsored. I want to have some ads.
I know what your sponsor you want.
Yeah, I want Casper.
I was going to say Crown Royal. Yeah, Crown Royal.
And Casper.
Yeah, I really just want one of those mattresses anyways.
They're actually kind of affordable.
Really?
Yeah.
How much are they?
They're like several $100s.
That's not bad.
They're like under $1,000.
And I've heard that they sleep actually really well. We're doing their ad for them.
Yeah, so Casper Mattress, hit us up.
Yeah.
I don't even have one, and I love you.
Yeah. Just the name is cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I think that's like the majority of what we can say right now. Just, you know, this is kind of an ongoing conversation. And the reason we want to talk about it with you guys being here is because I think that I want the people that listen and have listened from the beginning to feel like they've been on the journey with us.
Yeah.
Because I think that it's so funny because some people, like, they say to their fans, like, you guys have been with us since the beginning and, like, you've been on this journey with us. But it's like, y'all, I'm just going to use One Direction as an example.
Okay.
Y'all were on Britain's Got Talent, and then you just were a band immediately.
But they weren't One Direction on that show. They were put together. By the show. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. To where it's like, you know, you guys have talked to it. We've talked to you. That, you know, like we're not a huge podcast.
Yeah, yet. No, like, not by any means.
You know, so it's like if this does go the way that we want it to, like you guys really will have been with us since the beginning.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we have friends, and like one specific friend, every episode she sends us her thoughts and like how the episode made her feel and that kind of thing. And that's fucking awesome. Yeah. She's done that since we started. Yeah. And that's been super cool. So it's like, I don't know, it's super cool to think about that in the sense is like, there are people out there that have been with us since the beginning. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know, it's cool to know them and like have a relationship with them, but also like there could be people out there that we have no clue who they are that have been listening the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're going to hear this shit and be like, yo, what the fuck? The Sad Boys are about to do shit, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is crazy, and it is awesome. And ultimately, just thank you. Legitimately, thank you for listening. Because if you weren't listening, we'd have no reason to do all this and make all this stuff. We would probably be doing it anyways just to
see what happens.
But you guys are a huge part of this, and we thank you, for real.
Yeah, really. I don't know. It's crazy to me, like, how many people, while we're on this hiatus, so many people, like, approach me about it and be like, where the fuck are you guys? Like, what are you guys fucking doing? Why have I not gotten a new podcast? Like, that kind of stuff.
Where's our fucking podcast?
Yeah, and that's always super cool. Like, obviously, like, it sucked in the moment because it's like, there's a lot of shit going on, and we just, like, we need to take time off. Parker can't handle a vape.
I can't. That was bad.
You knocked my train of thought off the rails.
They were thinking about episodes they wanted.
Yeah, but it's super cool because, like, I've even, since we've started putting episodes out this week, I've had people, like, at work and just, like, random people kind of hit me up and be like, hey, I was listening to the podcast and you guys are, like, doing shit and that's cool as fuck and I enjoyed it and that kind of thing. Like, people that I would never expect. And that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Like, I don't know. We've just been rambling a lot, but, ultimately, this episode is... not that every episode isn't, but, like, this episode is absolutely for you guys. Like, because we've had these conversations and we've talked about this, but this is just us, like, letting you into our minds so you can kind of see where we are and what we're expecting from this. But also, now it has turned into us just loving on you guys. Telling you how much we appreciate you. Because, goddamn, I appreciate the fuck out of y'all.
Yeah. Amen.
Like, there's something real beautiful about just anyone coming up and being like, hey, I loved that episode of the podcast. It was great. Thank you, guys. Like, it's nice to just, like, sit down and turn my mind off and listen to you guys talk.
Yeah.
Because that's all that we fucking do.
My parents couldn't get me to shut up as a kid. And now people want to hear me talk.
Yeah, well, podcasting didn't exist back then.
No, that's true. It's called the radio. But TV killed the radio star.
Yeah.
TV killed the radio star.
And then TV just died.
Well, The Walking Dead killed TV.
Oh, it's such an awful show.
Yeah, it is. But I think that's about it. And I don't want to just drag it on just for the sake of it. But I will say this one more time, and then we'll say our goodbyes. But thank you.
Yeah, really. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a cliche thing to say. But know it to be true in mine gangster heart. That's German for my gangster heart.
Thine own gangsta heart.
And I'm sure Parker's gangster heart as well. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. We love you guys. Like, legitimately. And hope that we can continue, like, building this relationship. Because... my big thing is just, like, I want to hear more from you guys and hear what you're thinking and what you're liking, what you're not liking, what you want to hear, like that kind of stuff, what you want to see from us. Because ultimately, like I've said before, we do this for you guys. And I hope that you've enjoyed this full week of podcasts.
Yeah.
Because it's been a shit ton of work. I'm not going to lie and say that it hasn't been. But I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it's good to be back. And also, this is a whole lot of podcasting.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of content
to
throw your ears onto, and you're welcome.
Yeah.
But ultimately, thank you.
Thank you.
But anyways, you can find me on all the social media. Instagram is @ParkerBerry1.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter @ParkerBerry13. You can find the Sad Boys on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram is going to be @TheSaddestBoys. Twitter's going to be @TheSadBoys. And you can email us thesadboys@gmail.com.
Yep.
Also Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook @TheSadBoys as well. You can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/TheSadBoys. That would really help us out, especially, after talking about all this stuff. Patreon has this weird, like, kind of goal section, but it just didn't feel right to like put one of those down.
Mm-hmm.
What we're gonna say is like the Patreon really is so that we can really get this shit going. Like much like a snowball.
Yeah.
We just keep rolling and rolling until we're massive.
Yeah.
And taking out villages. Like Genghis Khan. Not like Genghis Khan.
Not like Genghis Khan.
Like
I think
a
I'm
giant
related
snowball.
to him.
I think everyone is.
I think a good portion of the world is related to Genghis Khan.
You can find me on Twitter at Gabe_I_Jones. Find me on Instagram, Cardigan Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We plugged the Patreon. We plugged all the Sad Boys shit.
I think so.
Hell yeah! Send us some emails. Talk on the Facebook page, please. Like, let's start a conversation. Let's be a community.
I'll message you back.
Let's be a family.
Yes.
Because that sounds fun.
That sounds real nice. All right, well, bye, Felicia.